Hi everyone, this is Mary Flower, and this will be the second video of another junk journal that I've made from an old book. And I almost kept this one for myself because I just fell in love with it. This book is probably, the cover is probably got to be at least 100 years old, and I really liked it. It says Our Home, and down here I put Nd Garden. And let me see if I can get this all in the frame here. Now, I've gone, because it's so ragged and tattered, in fact, look at the back. It was so tattered and old that I decided to kind of go with that look as much as possible. And I used old pieces of fabric tabs on the sides and tried to use pretty much the same fabrics in the little dangly that I have here. It's got little pieces of fabric. That's really fun. I'll show you that in a minute. And I've also tried to use some of the same pieces of fabric that I did some hand stitching with beads around the part that says Our Home, and it's a little faded, and I didn't change this at all. I kind of liked it the way it is. The corners are all tattered, and I went with that at the bottoms and the top, and inside you'll see. Now on the dangly, I've got just really fun, good beads. One that has a little house, and I used an old earring that looks like leaves on it, and really fun, happy beads, different kinds. And so I just tied it on there because I wanted this to have that same tattered look to it. And I kept the same. I didn't want to do the binding clear through this because I really liked the side of this. I loved how it looked here. It matched the front, and I just love it. This is approximately 6.5 to 7 inches this way, 9.5 to 10 inches this way, and I kept the original amount, which is close to 2 inches here. And then I just added some really fun stuff. Now on the inside, on the front cover and the back cover, I kept the original paper, and it just went with it so well. I really liked it. So I used my hand-dyed eco papers to put in inside the cover to bind this to the piece inside, and then put it down in. I've used old tattered pieces of gauze and that have been tea-dyed. And now I've used, on all these, I've used either my jelly plate printing papers, eco papers, or my hand-dyed papers. So the whole thing is entirely all hand papers. I did some sewing through here, if you see that really carefully. Not hand sewing, machine stitching through there, so you can write in that. And these are, I love these papers. These are some of my Ecos papers that I boiled, and if you look really close, you can see some of the leaves and things in it. And you can see the little flowers in here. It's hard to see it on the video maybe, but if I hold it close, you can kind of see them in there. And I like color in my books too. Even though this is a real tattered old book, I really like to put color. I think nature has a lot more color than some of the people that have been doing it, which I like the plain ones, but I think I like color. So, and then I use this paper that I put gold in, hand-dyed. See that? This has 4 signatures in it, and has old pieces of fabric, eco paper. This is one of my, I just love this. It was from a bush. I don't remember. I think it was in my yard, and I just pressed it and encased it in there. I found some old recipes, and you can write on it or do what you want, and I thought that was a fun place to put it. I've put several pockets in here that were hand-dyed. This has a little brad through the silk flower and hand-dyed pieces of fabric and paper, an old card, in here. I thought this was cute with some writing in it. And you'll see, I've added pieces of hand-dyed paper in between in different places. This was a jelly plate printing, more eco paper, hand-dyed paper. This is kind of like a see-through linen paper. And it has some very beautiful. It took me several weeks to get my stash up, but it's worth it because the colors are so much more fun, and you can just write on all these. If it's dark, use maybe a light jelly plate. I mean, a gel pen, you know, a light one or something. But there's not very many that are too dark. And machine stitching, little tags here and there. The hand-dyed fabrics in there. More eco paper. This is a beautiful piece of paper right here. The definition in this is really pretty. And some of them do. Some turned out and really good and all hand-dyed. I just love some of the colors here. And another pocket with a brad through the silk flower, and this is one of my pressed flowers in there, and I really like those. And this was part of an envelope here, but the top came off, but it still looks kind of fun. You could probably put a clip on there. Another one, this is I like that. It's a pressed flower, and I just used the piece from that envelope that came off to put it with this other eco paper here. More machine stitched. The papers in this are just beautiful. Now this is at the bottom of the pan when I dye it. I put a wire that it boils it right into it, and I really like it because you can write on it. You can see the flowers in it. Very nice. This is some of my jelly plate printing that I actually used with real flowers. More of, now this one will be a little harder to write on, but you can probably add something right there. But most of them you can write on, almost all of them. And a piece of my hand-dyed fabrics. Looks like I put that through there. Oh, that won't be a problem. Let me just take it apart there. More of that. That's the other side of that paper. You should see this close. It's just beautiful. And another pocket back here. And these are taken from old books that I've used. And a piece of, this is eco paper here. A cute old picture. And I really like some of this airy looking, you know, pressed flowers that I put in there. And I love the back. Now, like I said, I almost kept this one because I like how this turned out. And it's so much fun. You can see the hand stitching in this. And these is kind of quilted like that. Anyway, it will be on eBay almost as quickly as I can after it goes on YouTube. Follow the links if you're interested in that. And please leave me a thumbs up. I love your comments. I always try to get back and really appreciate you guys. And all of you have a nice day. I hope you enjoyed that. Bye-bye.